Good morning, good night, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. This is the extended radio button version. What we're going to do today is we are going to add the ability to change the font of our of our radio buttons, the font size. Okay, so I went and I did a little work behind the scene. I created a static bool um, property. As you know, sometimes when you are developing, and especially with with font size, it doesn't necessarily have to be a numerical value. It could be a named size value. Um, Xamarin has default, micro, small, medium, or large. So if you don't want to use a numerical value, let's say font size equal 12 or 16 or whatever, you can use either one of these, and the font size property change that we're going to create later on will check for this if this is a true enum, and it's going to take a name size parameter, and it's going to, if it is either one of these, if it's a default, micro, small, medium, or large, it's going to return true, else it's going to return false. Okay, so that's what I've done. Another thing that I have done is I added font size property, fields, and method. So for the font size, I have it as a basic string. And then in the font size property change, I cast it various times, places, depending on what's going on at the time. So we have font size, um, and then we have font size property. The font size property is going to return a type of string, and it is always default value of small. Default binding is one way, and property changed method is font size right here. So the way this is going to work is when when say for example you decide you want to do font size is equal to small. Okay, say font size is equal to small. What this method is going to do, where are we? Okay, what this method is going to do is first we're going to declare an enum size. We're going to check to see if it is one of those enum. Okay, we're going to parse the string, cast it as a name size enum, and then we're going to that's what we're doing. We're declaring an enum size variable, and we're making it equal to what you type in as the developer. Okay, now once we do that, we verify if it is a true enum. Remember the true enum method I created here. It's going to return true if it is a small, default, micro, small, large. It's going to return true, else it returns false. Okay, so if we called it here, if it returns true, the code here is going to execute. Control dot underscore label dot font size is going to equal the device get name size enum size type label, and then that's where it ends. If it is a true enum, these code at the bottom do not execute. However, if it is not a true name size enum, nothing's gonna happen up here. It's gonna this right here is gonna return false, and it's gonna skip over all of this and then hit here. At which point we cast this as a boolean. Okay, we cast it as a numerical value of type double. Okay, We parse the entered string as a double, and if it is a numerical value, we're going to cast it here. So how does this work? Let's see, for the first one, let's say large. And for the second one, let's say font size is equal to micro. Let's hit play. Okay. Oh, okay. Option 1 is large. Option 2 is micro. Now let's just say we're not using these. How about if we just use a numerical value? So let's say for label 1, which is option, for the first radio button, which is option 1, how about we reverse this? Let's say font size is equal to 8. But let's say for the second one, 36. Oh, oh, it still works. Still works. Still works. All right, guys, this has been a pleasure to do this with you. Um, I'm very excited about the next series that I'm going to work on. Um, I am going to create for you guys a radio button group, and it will be dynamic. Um, you will be able to use it with 2 radio buttons, 15 radio buttons, whatever you want, and it's all going to be dynamic. Um, Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen so far, subscribe, comment, share, like, show some support. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you in the next series.